I have picked out a perfect come true. Though you never knew it was of you I was dreaming. Sandman has come from too far away for you to say come back some other day. And if you don't believe that they do come true. For didn't my dreams come true when I looked at you? And maybe too, if you would believe, you too might be overjoyed, over love for you. Oh, I'm live. Hey, sorry guys. Well, I guess y'all caught me. Y'all caught me working. It's all good. I didn't even know I hit that button. Well, since I'm live, what's up, sports fans? It's your man D back. Speak your mind, sports talk. D Donut Shop in the morning. D Donut Shop Jefferson back, guys. All right, so that was pretty funny. I was working on something else. I'm over here working on this computer, and I mess around. I must have hit the live button, so y'all caught me in my morning ritual, singing and messing around. But hey, man, good morning, all you guys. D Donut Shop Jefferson in the morning, and guys, we in serious times right now. We're in serious times right now, and I'm glad we can start this off with a little laugh. I mean, you guys caught me off camera, I suppose, but it's all good. But the police, and I don't like, you guys know I'm always a happy guy, like always smiling, always happy. And, sometimes I get excited and passionate about boxing, but we always have a good time. And I like to be happy. I like to smile. I like to have a good time. I don't really like discussing topics such as racism and police brutality and murder, and it's negativity. But this is a reality of what's going on around us. And, a lot of these things have to be talked about, guys. It really does. The police, the American police in this country, and I put it on the title, is the only legalized violent gang. Because any other gang, out in Cali, if you're even assumed to be a gang, you're going, like, any other gang goes to prison, period. A lot of states and cities in this country, if you're a part of a gang and they can prove you were a part of a gang, you're going to jail. As American citizens, we're actually paying the police. We're paying them to be a gang and violate us. That's basically what's going on. They don't call them public servants for nothing. We don't work and we don't pay taxes. They don't get paid. So they get paid by us. I pay taxes. Pretty sure most of you guys pay taxes. So we're basically paying to be brutalized and murdered by people that we're paying to protect us. And it's getting out of hand. It's getting out of hand. And I'm not even sure at this point, I just know at this point in this country, we need to talk about it. We need to talk about it. We need to put these things out there. I have a sports platform and only, not very many subscribers, but I'll be damned, bro. I'll be damned if I don't use my platform for what I think it could best be served, especially during times like this, man. A lot of this stuff that's going on right now, bro, right now, everywhere, it's ridiculous, man. It's absolutely ridiculous. I want to show y'all guys something too. Y'all know me, man. I pulled this clip up, but this is an example And some of you guys may get a kick out of this right here. And to a certain extent, there is some humor in it because these freaking police officers in this clip that I'm getting ready to show you guys are stupid as fuck, bro. But the clip that I'm getting ready to display, that I'm getting ready to show you guys, is this is the setting stage of the problems that we have in this country. And renegade fucking cops like this that I'm getting ready to show you guys and their supervisor shows you the gang mentality that I'm talking about with the police officers. Because here's the thing, bro. As American citizens, the citizens that pay these motherfuckers, we are accountable for everything. Just like I said on my other live the other day. As citizens, if I'm walking with Charles D, what's up, Charles D, and Boxing Jedi, and me and Boxing Jedi see Charles D run in the alley, slice a man's neck, and come back out. If we don't go tell the police we're accountable, we could be held as accessories to murder and we could go to jail. But cops can sit there and watch George Floyd be murdered. What is the difference? That's the same difference. Y'all watched the murder, y'all didn't report it, but y'all get to keep y'all jobs and we have to continue to pay you guys for that. But if we do the same thing as citizens, we go to jail, prison, for accessory to murder. How does this make sense? But anyway, let's throw this clip up. I'm going to throw this clip up for you guys real quick. Push the wrong button. And let's sit back and watch this clip. And like I said, guys, I don't really want to talk about this every day. I would much rather talk about sports every day. But the clip I'm getting ready to show you guys, like I said, this is how these things get escalated. And it can turn very wrong. And as citizens, there's nothing we can do about it half the time. But this guy in this clip that I'm getting ready to show you guys, he held a particular position. And when these fucking idiot cops found out the position he held, wow. Wait till y'all see the stupid looks on their faces. The two cops, and then their sergeant came over. And he looked even stupider in the face. And who this guy was that they were harassing, yes, he was an African-American man. He was a fucking FBI agent. So they couldn't lie and say, no, we didn't say that. No, we didn't do this, because he was a fucking FBI agent who they tried to harass this time. You guys watch this. It's priceless, priceless. These stupid fucking cops, bro, I swear. All right, let me see here. What's up, Jimmy Nealon? All right, guys.
You are stupid. I don't know how you became a cop. Matter of fact, anybody can become a cop nowadays. Yeah, so you guys really had no other choices to do? You guys really had nothing else to go to college for but be a cop and harass me? I'm somebody I'm not. My ID's in my back pocket. Y'all got watch this. Hey, watch how funny this is. Go ahead. No, don't hate me. Look at it. Oh, what does that say? What does that say? Oh!
Wrong guy!
Oh.
Wrong guy!
Oh my God! No, get the fuck off me, dude! Get off me, dude!
Bro, you fucked up.
I need your cards. I need your supervisor over here. Call your supervisor. Call your supervisor. Call your supervisor over here. You guys are the stupidest motherfuckers I ever met in my life.
All right, I'm gonna pause that. This is what I'm saying. This is how this stuff can get escalated. So these stupid renegade cops, these guys out here on the town, you can see how this man is dressed. He's out having a good time. They want to stop and harass him, claim that he's someone that they're suspecting in a fucking crime. Put him in cuffs. All of this. This guy's just on the town with his friends, enjoying himself, minding his business. And they throw him in because you looks like somebody. And then he said, no, I'm not him. And the cop tells him, yeah, I know it's you. It's you. This is police work, bro. This is police work. But see, they did this to the wrong fucking black man this time. Because this guy is an FBI agent. Oh, it gets better. Keep watching. Keep watching. It gets much better.
What the fuck is wrong with you guys?
Look at him. Get him, this guy, and this guy here.
What do you mean? I look like him. I need your guys. I need your guys. Sir, can you please come here? Are you the supervisor? Yeah. These guys are rich. They assume I'm someone that I'm not. I told them I'm not who they think I am. And they said, no, you are. I'm positive you are.
I'm positive you are.
Your cards. I need your card. I need your card. I need your card. No. Yes. I request your card. Why is that?
Okay, now the sergeant tried to play protector. See, here's the gang mentality of the fucking police department. This guy is the supervisor. This guy, this idiot right here, is the one who is supposed to do the right thing. So you got two idiot renegade cops out there that's clearly doing wrong. You're called over to the scene. The man tells you how your two renegade cops are clearly doing wrong. He asks for all of you guys' information, your police card. Police cards are something you're supposed to have available. And again, you are citizen. You work for the citizens. If we ask you for a fucking card, you're a public servant. You're supposed to give it to us. We're not going to do that. See, that's the gang mentality, bro. That's the gang mentality, right? Already he's putting up protection. When he's arrived at the scene and he's already alerted to the fact his officers are doing wrong, he immediately puts up protection. Don't fucking tell me that's not a gang mentality. And this is the type of stuff that can escalate these situations from here and blow way out of proportion. Let's continue. Look how he's standing there. Look at this cop standing there, all docile, calm. That's right. Get your card out. All of the rest of you, get your card out.
Why, bro? This motherfucker.
Is that how you guys work nowadays? You assume someone is someone, and that's it? That's all you guys need? Yeah?
Yeah, and this dumb motherfucker said yes. He said yes. The FBI agent asked him, is this how y'all work? You just assume somebody is someone and then you start harassing them? And the cop says yes, the fucking sergeant, guys. This is ridiculous.
We're allowed to what? It wasn't allowed to talk to somebody. You arrested him.
He says we're allowed to talk to somebody. So coming over, grabbing a man up, throwing him in cuffs is just talking. No, you can walk up and talk to me, bro. You can walk up. Look how stupid this cop is looking in the face. And he is supposed to be their leader. Look at the stupid fucking look on his face. Because see, now they know they can't lie their way out of this. It's the FBI agent. That's what wallet they open. Like, oh shit, we done fucked up now. Because they know they racially profiled this man. And look how stupid he looks in the face. This is the type of situation that can escalate. It can escalate to shit that happened with George Floyd. It can start from here because the cops are doing wrong. The supervisor comes in. See, this was the mentality that these cops had that was standing all around George Floyd. Instead of stopping that fucking cop with his knee in his neck, they stood there and they watched. They condoned it. Just like this idiot sergeant right here. You arrived on the scene and you knew your cops was doing wrong. You got witnesses standing out there, people recording. That's why he got this stupid look on his face. And then he tells the FBI agent, no, we're not going to do that. You can get my card. Well, he ended up getting all three of your cards, didn't he? Because it's the law. You idiot. You idiot. It's the fucking law. You work for us. If you're asked for your identification, you have no choice but to give it to us. See? But a lot of people don't know that. They don't know their rights. They don't understand what these motherfuckers supposedly work for us.
Out of someone and try to
right. Then he made a mistake, and then once he figured out who you were, he got handcuffed. What if somebody did that to you? What if somebody did that to you?
I was going to jail anyways.
Huh?
I was going to jail anyways.
You got life fucked up. You ain't gonna just buckle up and just
leave. Let's get out of here. You guys leave. Leave. You guys get the fuck out of here. Good night. No, you guys have a good night. Get the fuck out of here.
Get the fuck out of here. Yeah. No, you have a good night. Get the fuck out of here. And you know what they did? You know what they did? They turned around And they immediately got the fuck out of there. Now, guys, let me explain something. What I mean is this is the exact type of situation that could have escalated and got that man beaten to a pulp. Because you had his friend over there who was a white guy talking all kind of shit, recording it. See, if this was just a regular black man with a white guy and they was out on the street, you see how those cops didn't say a damn thing to the white guy? If it was a different situation, they would have been super, shut up, move, do you want to go to jail? Because I'll lock you up too. See, this is how they react when there's not and that's how things escalate, because that's exactly how those cops would have acted. And if the white guy would have kept talking, they would have tried to charge him with obstruction and had him sitting on the curbs and cuffs too. But an FBI agent was present, so they couldn't do these things. They couldn't lie and say, no, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. They couldn't lie to their supervisor because they just said all of this to an FBI agent. Now, if this wasn't an FBI agent, just a regular African-American citizen, did you guys see when he snatched? Get the fuck off me, man. What would the police have done to just a regular black citizen? Slammed him on the ground, used their record and say you could see he was clearly resisting arrest when he should have never been under arrest, when he should have never been detained. What the fuck did y'all ever even put him in cuffs for? They didn't even have the right to detain him. He was walking down the street. And they walk up, oh, you look like somebody we know, and throw you in cuffs? I said, the police are not allowed to do that shit, bro. This is basically what they did to him. And this is the type of situation, because had that not been an FBI agent, just a regular African-American guy strolling down the street, minding his own business, that's the situation that escalates to these things, because they're dead wrong. The cops are dead wrong. They got him in cuffs. They got him yoked up. They're telling him he's somebody who he's not, and he has witnesses there with him. You know, usually if there's a crime committed or something, cops look for an alibi. We had alibis there with him already. No, it's not him. He's with us. We've been partying. He should have never been in cuffs, guys. He should have never been in cuffs. He should have never been detained. See, and you could tell by all the stupid fucking look. Where was the aggression that we see from these police? You're going to shut up right now, or you're going to jail too. I've seen that so many times. People can't even voice their opinion when police are around doing wrong. Get that fucking camera out of here. You guys have seen it. This is how they act, because they know they're doing wrong. They hate being recorded when they know that they're doing wrong. And if this is not an FBI agent that's out there, he could be beaten on the street to a pulp. And why? Because he was resisting. Well, why the fuck did y'all ever have the cuffs on him? But if it's just a regular guy, how could that? It'll be the police officer's word against the regular citizen. And who always wins in the court of law when it comes down to that? Because these are the police. Their duty is to uphold. You know, they're the most honest people on earth, because they're police officers. They're full of shit. They're people just like any other people. And the police, the American police, and why they're the worst gang in this country, because they can legally do these things to you. They can legally do these things to you. And just like that sergeant sitting there standing around, again, to me, that's accessory. The way y'all break it down to us, if there's a murder, if there's a crime, and we know and we see it, and we don't report it, we're held responsible. Why doesn't that work for the police department? Because if you guys had to fire this cop and put him up on charges, this means this simply. You had enough evidence to say, we need to charge him with this. You're the police department, so you guys have enough evidence to say that we need to charge this officer with this. Then that is also enough evidence to say that those other 3 officers standing around were fucking accessories. So why aren't they locked up right now? Because if it was for regular citizens, especially Black, Latino, or any minority, and it was 4 of us, and one man committed a murder, and all of the other 3 sat there and watched and didn't report it, every one of them would have a charge. Why isn't it the same way with the police department? Why isn't it going down like that with the police department? These simple situations, these small situations like this often escalate. First and foremost, the average Americans don't know their rights. They don't know their rights. They know some rights they have, you know, the freedom of speech and so forth. They know some of the rights they have, but they don't know all of their rights. And that's part of the problem. That's a huge part of the problem. We need to educate ourselves on what the police can legally do and what they cannot do. And everybody needs to continue to record. Record as much as you can. Record those motherfuckers as much as you can, because it's too common, man. It's too common. And the unfortunate thing about it is there are many cops out there. I'm sure of it. Many cops out there that are disgusted by this type of stuff, and they actually care about people, and they're actually out there to protect people. Many cops out there fits that description, bro. Many of them. You know, I was talking on the live yesterday, and my cousin is a cop. Fits that description. Not out there trying to beat people in the head for money. You know, rob drug dealers, let them go so he can come back next week and rob them. Oh, y'all don't know that goes on? I've been robbed by cops plenty of times. People don't believe that. You know, they're in the inner city. Oh, the police wouldn't do that. Bullshit. Bullshit. We used to be out there hustling on the block. They knew what we were doing. They would come slam us, throw us all up against the wall. Wouldn't take our names or anything. Maybe smack a couple of us around. Take our drugs. And we had one cop that used to take our drugs and money, and he would give us $100 back. And you know what he would tell us? He said, that's so you can get on. So you can get back on, get you some more drugs. I'll come back and see your punk ass next month. This was a cop that used to tell us that, guys. It's real truth. The police department. So see, they're the worst gang in this country. You can talk about the Crips, MX-13. You can talk about all of them, all you want. You can talk about those gangs, the Bloods, Vice Lords, GDs, Gangster Disciples. You can talk about all these gangs that you want to talk about. The American Police Department is the worst gang in this country because they have legal guns. They can shoot you down. They do things and treat each other as being above the law day after day after day. They work for the citizens, and the laws that we're bound by, the laws that we have to abide by when we go to prison, they throw those things out the window and do what they want when they want. It's like they're not required to follow by the same laws that they enforce upon us. This stuff has to stop. Keep recording. Keep recording. And again, guys, I don't even really like to put up content and talk about this type of stuff. I like to smile. I like to be happy. I woke up this morning and somebody sent me this. I woke up this morning to this, and I'm just looking at this and I'm like, wow. I was actually going to come on the Donut Shop Jefferson in the morning, and I was going to talk about the Dillian White situation, which we'll talk about that later. I'll throw another live up later, or I might make a video or something. But that's what I had planned on the Donut Shop Jefferson this morning, being the Dillian White situation with Suleiman and Wilder, and he's putting the heat. I said this in the video of, when I was talking about Anthony Joshua on Mr. Two Hands being disrespected. Dillian White is going to come out and start putting the heat, and this is what he's doing. He's been fucked around long enough, bro. And now they're talking about delaying the Fury and Wilder fight, and Dillian White doesn't want to hear it anymore. Like, fuck that, I've been delayed long enough. Now I'm made mandatory. If they're delaying that fight, I want to fight. I want to fight Fury. He'll probably get his ass whooped too, but so what? But anyway, guys, those are the things that I like to talk about. Boxing, MMA, basketball, power of the mind, like having fun, whatever, bro. But I don't like to talk about police brutality, people being murdered. But what is often as things are happening and how out of control the American police department is, all of these things need to be exposed on the daily. The way the media pushes terrorism, so that they keep pushing this so that you can keep that on your mind. Well, this needs to be on the American public and everybody's mind. See, mainstream media they're gonna push what they want to push. They're gonna push what the reports and the articles and the news reports that they want out so that they can get you to feel a certain. Well, then we need to combat that as Patreon account holders, YouTube account holders, Facebook account holders, Twitter, Instagram, and so forth, all of the social media sites, the American people, we need to push this agenda and all of the foolery that's happening. Because all they do in mainstream media is put out lies. And in the American public, a lot of them are so stupid that they suck in all the lies that they put out to cover up the nonsense. But as the people, if we put this information out, like I'm putting this information out, every fucking chance we get, there is no cover up. Because as the people, we see what's going on. We need to use our platforms. I don't care if you have 100 subscribers or 100,000 subscribers. We need to use our platforms to do things like this, whether you want to or not, because something has to change, bro. And being silent and sitting back complaining about it, that ain't gonna change. Okay? I don't agree with rioting, flipping police cars, and looting, but just being silent and complaining about it, that's not gonna help anything. But the more of us that do this, talk about these things, expose these cops, put these clips out there like I just put up, speak about it, speak to your educate yourself on your rights, because a lot of these cops get away with the shit that they get away with because citizens don't understand their rights. They can prevent these cops from getting to step 2 because they can stop them at step 1. Like, hold on. I know my rights. See, and I'll tell you guys something. That scares a lot of cops too. When you start talking that you know your rights and you start spitting it to them, they back off. They calm down, all of that. Especially when you got people recording, because they know they're violating. A lot of them know that they're violating, guys. Let me go to the chat, man. I'm sorry, guys. I've been rambling on. I haven't even, oh, damn, Gretna. Yeah, I apologize, guys. Gretna, really appreciate you. $5 super chat. Gretna says, peace, family. Top of the morning to you and the chat. Peace and love to the human race, and that stands for unity for all. Exactly, bro. Exactly, man. Well said, Gretna. Let me see what you guys talk about. All right, guys. Mr. Spooks, what's good, D? Let's get it popping. I went back to the top, guys. I guess no live. Oh, yeah. I started off a little late, Mr. Spooks. Johnny Boy, man. Let me get a couple of them glazed donuts. Oh, yeah, the cops ate them all. There you go, Johnny. I like the laugh, though. That was a good one. Bless D, glad you live. Thank you, Mr. Spooks. Bless you too, fam. Mr. Two Hands Up. Charles D, what's good with you, fam? Yeah, man. Boxing Jedi in the building. He said the biggest gang ever. You ain't lying, bro. This is the country's biggest gang by far. Think Cap said that corruption is vile. It is. It is, man. It's vile and it's unfortunate because people are getting harmed or killed on a daily basis because of that type of stuff. Fordham Road and Midtown getting got. Yeah. Next stop, east of Manhattan. Yeah. Yeah. The New York cops are said they lied and said he was wrestling. Yeah, bro. And that's the thing. See, that's why those 2 cops in that clip I just showed, when they're sergeant, because generally that's what they'll do, Charles D. They'll do some bullshit and then they'll lie. And then it's the cops were against the guy who was just charged with a crime, a fictitious crime, and is now labeled a criminal. So now it's a cop versus the criminal word. Oh, well, when they get locked up, they always talk like that. That's the easiest thing for them to say. But when they harassed that FBI agent, and he said it clearly, they were harassing me. They just stood there looking stupid. They couldn't even say anything. And then their sergeant was looking stupid in his face because he knew they did harass him. Gonna say, no, we're not gonna do that. Oh, no, yes, the fuck you will give him your card. What do you mean you're not gonna do that? Like, he has the option. That's the problem. Police do this stuff and they tell people that, and people don't know. So they feel like the police have the option. You don't have the option, fucker. You work for us. Give me your fucking card. Give me your card. You don't have a choice. But see, he said that to the FBI agent. He backtracked quick because he knew he knew. You can't. You said it to an FBI agent. That dude could literally lock that cop up. Yeah. Stupid fucking police. It makes no sense. Cat in the building. What's good with your sis? Man, Grow, what's up with your fam? Timmy Nealon in the building. What's up, Timmy fam? Timmy Nealon say he's seen it. Yeah, man. Luis Puente. What's up, Luis? Charles said, don't fall for the you blue suspicious shit either. Oh, yeah. Looking suspicious isn't a charge. Right. And it's not a reason for them to detain and put you in cuffs, guys. Looking, because you look like someone that I thought, or looking like suspicious, that's not a reason for them to detain you and put you in cuffs. They had no right to do that. At that point, that's harassment. I mean, other than that, cops could just go around and put anybody in cuffs. Oh, you look like a guy. You look like a guy. So we leave it at the discretion of the cops? No. That's why they can't do that. That's why they can't do that. He was already violating once he put the guy in cuffs and detained him. Right, they do. They act really stupid until the truth is in their face, flagrant. Exactly. These punk piece of shit police, man, shaking my fucking head. Yeah, bro. It's unfortunate, bro. It's unfortunate. Charles D, they murdered 4 people in Chicago already. This is madness. You know, they have probably murdered 4 people in Chicago. How many people in Chicago murdered people in Chicago? See, and that's something too that we do in America. Especially black people. And I can fucking say that because I am a black man. But especially black people do this shit in America. When we have an issue like what we're dealing with the cops, that's all we focus on. Because it is wrong. It's racist, and we've been dealing with this for a year. But we speak out against it. We focus on, we push that. And I'm not coming at you, sis. I'm not coming at you at all, Kat. But it's just like they murdered 4 people in Chicago already. It's madness, and people saying that. But you guys know what else is madness? Is that all of our people in Chicago are running around killing. They have killed 100 times, 1,000 times more people than the cops are killing right now. And you guys know this to be true. That shit needs to be spoke on too. That shit needs to be addressed too. These niggas running around, home invasions, beating people up, innocent people, guys, right? In Chicago, street thugs, our people. That stuff needs to be realized too, because when situations like this happen, it's like people forget about all of that, about the ignorant shit that the lower class people in this country do. Like the Walmart situation that I put up on that clip when we was doing the live. Guys, that shit's unacceptable, bro. We can't, like, see these situations when cops do the dumb shit that they're doing. As lower end class or minorities in this country, going and busting in stores and doing that, right? That's why I'm saying, like, all of this stuff, man, like, the energy you put out, people, will be returned. And I don't give a fuck what you're doing, who you are. That's God's word. That's how it works for all of us. The energy you put out will be returned to you. So whatever it is you're doing in life, concerning someone or even yourself, As soon as you go to do that, we have an automatic built-in alarm system in our body to let us know. You can call it bubble guts. You can call it butterflies. Y'all know that feeling you get when you're terrified or you're worried or you know you did something wrong, that feeling you get in your stomach. That is your spirit, your soul, your inner being telling you what you're about to do is not wrong. That's the alarm system. Like, oh. Because when you do things that's correct, when you do things that feel good, when you do things that you know that's right, you get this pleasant feeling all around. Bro, this ain't just me. All of you guys know this. You get this pleasant feeling coming all around you that makes you feel good. It's your spirit, your soul, your inner self telling you that what you're about to partake on now is the correct thing because you can feel it. You can feel when you're doing wrong. Think about when you were young and you was going to steal something. You looking around and you got those bubble guts. Those bubble guts that can be explained and people don't know where it is, but everybody gets it. Everybody gets it. That's your spirit, bro. That's your soul. That's the piece of the Almighty in you saying, hey, stop doing that. But do we follow that? Do we pay attention to that feeling? Nope. We go right ahead and do the bullshit that we set out to do, even though we got that feeling that's telling us that that's wrong. 10 murders in Chicago apparently this weekend. Let me tell you guys something too. Chicago had more U.S. citizens killed there since 2001 than in the Middle East. Wow, that's crazy, Jet Kyle. That is crazy. Let me tell you guys something. See this 10 murders, and again, bro, no way am I advocating for the police, right? But Jet Kyle, I'll ask you a question. Everybody else in the chat, ask you guys a question. 10 murders in Chicago on this weekend, apparently. Okay. And that is what the media is reporting. 10 murders probably concerning the police, right? J. Carl, let me ask you this. You could go 5-6 months back, and you can take any weekend and non-police murders, how many was happening in Chicago? Any weekend you want to pick. You understand what I'm saying? Like, people getting killed out. Like Chicago, I got peoples in Chicago. It's a whole nother ball game out there right now. You know, and not police murders. You go weekend after weekend, people were dropping like flies, bro. You know, it's unfortunate, bro. It's unfortunate what's going on with people out here doing crimes, killing each other, and, you know, murdering because they don't want to be with you anymore, or you don't want to have a baby, or all of the stupid shit we hear people killing each other for. The last thing we need is renegade cops out here killing innocent people. All of the people dying, getting robbed, getting raped, committing crimes, and these police officers are out here harassing innocent people, people that's not a part of the problem. That's the type of shit that has to stop. The non-police murders, J. Kyle, that type of shit has to stop. We put so much heat, and I'm gonna charge the American black people, because when anybody else that ain't black say something about black people go the fuck off about that too. Well, I'm black too, so fuck all y'all. And I'm gonna say this in the American black community. As much as we're ready to hold charge to the police, and the African American community, they don't give a fuck if the police are black or white. It's the police. So as much as you guys are ready to throw charges at them, you need to start throwing charges at your nephews, your siblings, your parents, your kids. Because let's not get it twisted and act like it's a lot of citizens that's not out here doing worse than the things that the police are doing. But these same people that will charge the police will go to court and lie for their cousin, their brother, their friend that just committed a crime much worse than the police did. We can't just throw all of these charges at the police when you got family members and friends. That's what I was saying yesterday. Y'all need to go to them and tell them, stop it. And I'm saying just tell them stop it, but I mean like work on this, guys. Family, friends, because they're a part of the problem too. Accountability is a problem for Black people in this country. We want to say they held us down, they oppressed us, they did this for hundreds of years. They've been holding us down. The racists keep us back. Black people quick to say that. But what about the accountability, African Americans? Accountability, hold ourselves. When are we going to hold ourselves accountable for some of this stuff that's also creating this problem? It's not just the police out there being renegade cops creating all of these problems. African Americans in this country, our frame of mind, our ideology, our morals and ethics, a lot of that shit has to change as well. A lot of the messages need to be spoken upon amongst the African American community to tell them to stop it. We can say and holler the cops don't need to be doing this, the cops need to do this, they supposed to protect us. Well, Black men, y'all supposed to protect y'all kids and y'all family, not put them in danger. But what are a lot of our Black men doing? They're putting their own fucking families in danger. How are they putting themselves and their families in danger? Because they go out there and commit crimes against other criminals. And what happened? These other criminals come back to them. Do you think these other criminals give a damn about your wife or your child? And see, these are our own African American brothers that will go bang. No, we're going to go bang on them niggas and go to a set and just spray up houses and anybody out there moving, it don't matter. And then when that, remember, the energy you put out will be returned. So when those idiots go to this neighborhood, then that neighborhood packs some vans up and come back to this neighborhood because the energy you put out will come back to you. Now, all of these deaths and violent acts that I'm talking about didn't have a fucking thing to do with the police officer. See, guys, this is an American issue on both sides of the field. We can charge and throw charges at the police all we want. What is the solution to the problem is that everyone comes together, bro. See, people hear and talk and say, oh, we all need to come together. Okay, that's easily said. Lay it out for me. How do we do this? It first starts by the citizens policing themselves too. Because the citizens are quick to want to, oh, don't snitch, don't snitch, don't snitch. Street code, I can't be a snitch, the street code. And they'll let crimes that they know happen go right about. That's not a fucking problem. Is that not a problem, people? But in this country, oh, the police been doing this to us and all. So Black people, Americans, we have to hold ourselves accountable as well for the lack of the things that we're doing. This is a national problem, but it ain't just coming from one place. It's not just coming from the elitists. It's not just coming from the police department. We share our part too. We do a lot. We play our part too in this anarchy, bro. So accountability is key. You can throw all the charges you want, but you look in that fucking mirror, you need to hold yourself accountable and make some changes too. It's like the old saying goes, don't throw stones if you're living in a glass house, bro. Because remember, the energy you put out will be returned. So if you throw them fucking stones if you're living in a glass house, the energy coming back, stones. What's going to happen when them stones come back? House is tumbled, guys. So, you know, hey, man, it's a lot of stuff going on. It's a lot of things that we can do within our communities, within our families, within our environment to lessen the blow. And we need to take the steps. First, hold ourselves accountable. Hold our family members accountable. You know, I'm not going to tell people to stop with the snitch mentality. Whatever, live your life how you want to live it. But understand that don't snitch mentality is part of the problem, guys. You know, I would say the best thing to do would be not to put yourself in any kind of position where you would have to snitch. If you're that dead set against snitching, don't go do no fucking illegal crimes or nothing where you would have to tell on someone. Don't put yourself in a position to snitch. Stop the crimes. Because most people that say that, live with the street code, they're criminals. I was a criminal. I used to rob, pillage, plunder, sell drugs, all of the dumb shit. And I was a criminal talking about the street code, don't snitch, don't snitch. It's not the people out here working, making an honest living, running businesses. They're not with that don't snitch, don't snitch, don't snitch. But the don't snitch is a part of the problem, because when people get murdered and we keep our mouths closed, is that not a part of the problem? We need to hold ourselves accountable, bro. It's not a war, police against the public. That fucking mentality has to get out. Are all white people racist? Johnny boy, how many people call you racist? Are you a racist? So this stereotypical mentality about the police force needs to stop, bro. It needs to stop. Because people say, oh, well, these cops, if you go to work and you allow your officer to do this, but y'all doing the same thing, American public, you fucking hypocrites. Because this is what they charge the police with. You're working around this cops, you should do this, you should do this. But as Americans, we do the same thing. We do don't snitch, don't snitch, don't snitch. We walk around. We talk to each other on the channel. Oh, he a fucking snitch, he a fucking snitch. But y'all just expect the cops to snitch on each other, right? When they're in the same struggle, basically, do you think that 6 guys with guns that's criminal and don't give a fuck about the cops, and they see 3 cops and a shootout start, that they're going to have any revocations for putting all of them fucking down? So no, it's not. They shouldn't be a gang mentality, but at a certain level, they got to stick together and watch each other's back too. The same way you citizens watch each other's back. And you guys don't do what you're supposed to do. Let's hold ourselves accountable and then throw the charges, bro. Then like RIP, exactly, gun rights. Appreciate you coming through, Nipsey Hussle. These type of things happen, bro. These type of things happen, and we as Americans, we have to understand. As Americans, we have to understand that, yeah, the government's all screwed up and the police force is all screwed up, but we play a lot of part in the things that go on too. We have to make changes ourselves if we expect changes from them. Have to, guys. Just has to be that way. Boxing Jedi said, there are a lot of crooked higher ups too. One of my superiors just got fired for racial profiling and turning down minority applications and opportunity. That's a no-no in government. Yeah, it is. It's a shame, guys. So this is actually went on much longer than I wanted it to, guys. Usually I want to keep the donut shop to 20 minutes or less, but just one of those topics, man, that I felt like I had to speak on. I wanted you guys to see that video because this is where things escalate. Share the fuck out of this, and everybody you guys know, go talk to them about it. I don't care if you got your phone, put it up on your phone, show them. Share the live that we did the other day. People need to hear, bro. Fuck the views, fuck this. I'm not worried about this channel. These messages need to be out there. You guys create messages. I don't care. Make a little personal video on your phone, just making a message about people having to stop, and go on Facebook and send it to every fucking body you know on Facebook. Your own private message of what we need to do to heal this situation. Everybody, I implore you to do that. About the things we talked about here today, about the things that need to stop and things that we can do. Hold ourselves accountable. Talk to our family members. Tell them to slow down out there. Our friends, tell them to slow down out there. Get that word spread around, because it can start here. Facebook, people are all connected. Twitter, Instagram, you can write one post and you can send it to 100 people. Just send, group it. These messages need to be heard, bro. Fuck what the media is putting out there, because their messages are fugazi lies and they're full of deception. The only thing that those messages are being put out there for is to deceive the public and manipulate the situations. That's it. So, guys, Mexican cartel is a drug pushing business. They accommodate the drug appetite of the United States, and it's a huge business. Yeah. One of the biggest businesses worldwide. D, let's collab on this soon. Yeah. Jedi, look, I'm gonna put my email in the chat, bro. So hit me up. And we can do that all day long, bro. I want to do something like that. All right, there it is, Jedi. That's my email. That's not, I got speakingmindsportstalk@gmail.com too. Everybody know that. But that's my personal email, Jedi. One I use for other businesses and stuff too, so send it to that one. speakingmindsportstalk@gmail is generally just for the channel. So, but anyway, guys, Ross Clyde in the building. What's good with you, Ross Clyde? Appreciate you. Red Glove Militant. Appreciate you guys, man. Yeah, I just wanted to talk about that, man. Look, I'm 12 o'clock, guys. I got to go get ready to work on the Speak Your Mind Sports Talk live daily. I was late yesterday. I had a doctor's appointment, but good discussion. You guys caught me goofing off singing at the beginning of this live. I didn't even know push the button. But yeah, man. Look, talk to as many people as you can, guys. Talk to as many people as you can. Spread the word. And as difficult as it may be sometimes, guys, do your best to not respond or lash out to the police, because they want any reason to hurt you. A lot of these cops, they just want any reason to hurt you, bro. And last thing you need to do is to give them a reason. So just try to be as non-confrontational as you can with these motherfuckers, even if you know that they're wrong. If they're harassing, don't push for your rights in this time and day. No, fuck that, because I know my rights. I ain't doing shit. Just go ahead and let them talk to you. Go ahead and answer their questions. If you feel like they're harassing you, fine. Just answer their questions, and eventually they'll have to let you go anyway. But a lot of people resist. They because they're being harassed, and they have every right to. But once you resist, the lie starts, and you're putting yourself in danger. So until things calm down, just listen to these renegade motherfuckers so that you can move on, go about your business, and go home safely. And that's how I want to end this. And everybody spread the message about what we need to do, what we can do out here to help this crisis that we have in this country during a fucking pandemic. It's ridiculous. Y'all know how I always end this thing. For the love of sports, let's talk about it. Peace.